Hello everyone, back for another video, and this time I've just got the keys to my latest project. This one at the minute is a 2-bedroom that I'm going to convert into a 4-bedroom HMO. So I thought I'd bring you along. I only got the keys yesterday, and on this one I've decided to do the majority of the HMO renovation myself, so it's going to be exciting. One thing about this project is it's going to be expensive. I've got a bridging loan on the property, as well as obviously losing out on rent each month that the house isn't renovated. So if I don't get this done in the estimated time, then it's going to cost me nearly £4,000 for every month that it's over the estimated renovation time. Let's go inside. I'm going to show you what the property is now, the condition it is, and what I've got to do to it, and what hopefully the plan's going to be moving forward over this 13-week estimated renovation period. Come on, let's go and have a look inside. So, one quickly on the location of this property before I go inside. This is in a place called Harts Hill in Stoke-on-Trent. It's right next to the local hospital for us people, unfortunately, living in Stoke-on-Trent. It's called the Royal Stoke, but actually a really good area. The houses are quite nice. They've got this Victorian period kind of look about them and work perfectly for HMOs. They've got a big corridor, rooms coming off them, so great house. And obviously, being next to the hospital, you've got a lot of young professionals, people that are earning good money and reliable tenants close by. So really good location, as well as a lot of industry just down the road. So let's take a look inside. So we are now in bedroom 1, and this one's going to be just an ensuite room. As I said, today is the first day I've put hands to tools. Normally what I do is I get a management team in, normally a team that I have had experience with for many years now, but it's pretty much hands off. I use my carpenter as a project manager. He kind of pulls the strings, and I co-project manage, telling them what materials I want to use, how I want the job to be done, etc. This time, to try and shave a bit of that cost off, cost of living and all that kind of good stuff, I've decided to do a lot of the project managing myself, and I've got the time to do so. So I'm looking forward to doing a lot more of the work myself, and that'll include me doing the rip out, a lot of the carpentry work, and obviously getting the materials, plumbing, electrics and gas. I'm not certified, so I won't be doing, but pretty much everything else I'm going to have a crack at doing, so I'm going to show you guys as I'm doing it. As you can see, this one's got a really nice bay window. One of the things I've got to do, I've got gas meter just here. Because this is a bedroom, I'm not going to leave that in there because that would not be a nice thing to live with in your room, as I'm sure you can imagine. So I'm going to get that moved outside, which can be a bit of a pain, going to the gas board and getting that done. But it's one thing that's got to be done. So next up, chimney breast. Chimney breast, I always like to remove. It just opens up the room. This room is an edge over 12 square meters, so I've got to remove this to get enough space in here to put an ensuite in. And once I've removed it, then I can put my ensuite in the corner here. So this will be a really nice room, big open window, and yeah, let's lead on to the now kitchen. Okay, so this is where the jiggery pokery comes about to make this 2-bedroom house a 4-bed HMO. So this is very typical of a terraced house. This is the dining space, but it's now going to become the kitchen. So again, by taking out the chimney breast, which is just here, I'm going to have work surface for the kitchen going all across here. And I'm still deciding how I'm going to lay out this room. I've got this back wall just behind that I can utilise to maybe put some more worktops, maybe a breakfast bar, an island. So I'm going to get a kitchen designer in, and I'm going to speak to them and see what's the best way to go about this and utilise the space most effectively. But at the minute, I know for sure the kitchen's going to be in here. I've just got to decide how I'm going to lay it out. At the minute, I've also got a dog in here. I've got my little puppy. He's my little apprentice whilst I'm doing this work, little Bryson, so he's been good as gold, to be fair, little 6-month puppy. So I've been doing the knockout today, the rip out today, May as well call it the knockout. I've been using the sledgehammer and the crowbar. I've not heard a peep out of him, so I think we'll keep you on, mate. I think we'll keep you on. Just want to note on this window, so because this is the only access to the rear, using this room as a communal room, all the rooms are going to be over 10.5 square meters, not including en-suites. So that means we can have a smaller communal space. So this is the communal space, the kitchen. So I'm going to have to put an exit to the rear just there. So I'm going to get rid of that window and put a door in there. All right, so if you want to follow me through to the second bedroom downstairs. Now, what I originally was going to do was have this as the entrance to the second bedroom. But thinking about it, I need a space for my boiler and I need a space for my washing machine and dryer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come 600 mil back and I'm going to stud this off, and on the right hand side here I'm going to have a little space for a washing machine and dryer, and on the left here I'm going to have my boiler at the top and then a little utility space for like washing materials, etc., cleaning materials. But have a look at that boiler. Have you ever seen a boiler as old as that? That is as old as God's dog. That is mental. It just looks, don't know, like it should have a pull cord to start. And then, yeah, I don't know who lived in here previously. Obviously some old people, but the design is just terrific. There was some musty, I had to get rid of them. They were too ugly, I couldn't even look at them in the now kitchen. They had some horrible musty coloured curtains, and then this, yeah, not nice. But anyway, this is the next bedroom. It's quite narrow, so I'll open this up. There's a bit of light. It's quite narrow, so I've got to think how to best utilise this space. So unfortunately, there's two load-bearing walls. So I'm going to take out this load-bearing wall, obviously just where you guys are, just there. There's going to be stud wall, which will be the entrance to this bedroom. I'm going to have to take down one of these load-bearing walls, being this one, and put an RSJ in to open it up. We're going to have a new window, and this kitchen will be gone, and it'll be the new bedroom. So where I'm stood right now will be where the bed will be, just in this space here. Then if you want to come down, don't know why I put that light on like it does anything whatsoever. But this, at the minute, is the old bathroom, but this is now going to be the new ensuite and kitchenette. So I'm going to keep this wall, I'm going to keep the door to this space, and it's going to be nice because it'll keep a separate entity for the ensuite and kitchenettes. And if you've seen any of my videos before, I like to do at least one room in my HMOs that is like this, where you've got a separate space for the kitchenette and ensuite. So what I'm going to do is I'll have a nice 800 shower just there, and then I'm going to divide this. So I'm going to have to brick up this window just here, brick up the window. I'm going to divide this by studding it off, and then half will be kitchenette and the back half will be ensuite. So this is going to be a really nice room. And then we will take a look outside. So there's actually quite a few things that I didn't think about. I did take a video of this property, but I never came outside, so there's quite a few costs that I didn't factor in, which is, it's one of those things. But I'm gonna have to knock all this off. Obviously this rendering can't be fixed. It's pretty much unfixable. So I'm gonna have to knock this off and re-render this. I might give that a shot myself, but we'll see. But yeah, the garden's quite nice. So at the minute, this is just being used for materials for the rip outs. We're just using this space, and then we've got a removal man that's going to come and pick up the waste as and when everything's ripped out. So at the minute, this little courtyard, that's what it's been used for. But once everything's finished, I will move on to the garden. I'll maybe look at paving this or put some nice pebble down. I'm going to have a think about that later on. Yeah, let's go in and have a look upstairs. One thing I didn't realise on that was how expensive it is for rubbish removal. I had a few quotes and stuff. It's looking like it's £80 a tonne just to get rid of your wood. So for the removal, skips are expensive. You're looking like £300–400 for a skip. So for me, I'm just leaving my stuff out there. Got a guy that's coming to give me a quote this afternoon, but it might just be easier taking the hit and getting someone to come pick up the rubbish and save myself a little bit of time, because it's really expensive whatever you do. Beautiful, as you can see here, fully Artexed. I don't know why the hell Artex was ever a thing, because it's just caused people in the future a whole host of problems. So hopefully my plasterer will skim over this, although I don't think they'll be too impressed when I tell them that they've got to. Okay, now we're on to the third bedroom. So this is going to be a kitchenette and ensuite room. So again, the chimney breast is going to be taken off just there, and once done and this back wall's exposed, I'm going to put a nice quadrant ensuite just in there. So if you go back to my other video, you'll see on my most recent HMO, I used the quadrants ensuite, and they work really well. They look really spacious in a, mid-sized room. So I'm going to do the same here, and then the plan is to put the kitchenette just along the side. And then if I've got enough space, I might put a 500 extra bit of worktop just to have a nice little breakfast bar. And then we'll move through to the final bedroom. So this is bedroom 4. It's pretty much the only window that I can actually salvage in this room. So all the rooms are wooden windows, single pane, and I'm not sure why they've just done this one window, UPVC. Don't know, maybe someone was really special that lived in this room, but I'm gonna keep that and then have to get windows and door replacements throughout the rest of the property. But a little bit of a saving grace there. And then the ensuite, there's a really nice little space here that I can put an ensuite in. So I've got kind of this alcove, so I'm going to put my toilet against the back wall just there. I'm going to have my sink here, and then once this chimney's gone, it means I can put the shower here and kind of box in this space. And then again, I'm thinking of putting my kitchenette flush against the window, using the worktop against this back wall. So I estimate, I've made a schedule of works, and I'll put that in the description. How long I estimate this renovation to take is 13 weeks. That's for everything from the chimney breast structural RSJs implemented to get rid of the chimney breast. That's for first fix, electrics, carpentry and plumbing, plastering, obviously boarding, plastering, and then second fix, plumbing, electrics and carpentry as well. And then obviously we'll have painting and any miscellaneous work like the garden, etc. we'll run over. But 13 weeks, and like I said in the introduction, I cannot let this run over that 13-week period, because every single month it's going to cost me £4,000. The bridging loan is costing me £800 a month, and the rent that I'm losing out on is £2,600 per month. So it's a lot of money, and then I've obviously got my bills, etc., council tax for an unoccupied property. Also my insurance is more because it's an unoccupied property, so I've got to be really careful and work really hard. So with that being said, I'm going to get back to work. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything that you think you'd do differently on the layout, then please drop it in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. If you like this one, then don't forget to give me a follow. Cheers.